The government isn't the clown from It or Queen Mab from Merlin. It doesn't wither away if you stop paying attention to it. It grows stronger behind your back. It's a bear in the woods with a shotgun. And its growing apathy stems from professionals who are not being held accountable for their actions by an increasingly apathetic public. Apathy is contagious, as we have seen in literature like The Beautiful Ones Are Not Yet Born by Ai Kwe Arma, where the protagonist is the only one in his surroundings that cares about political integrity. Everyone else has fallen to self-prioritization and greed. Even his old schoolmate and his wife do not care about the effect their greed has on others and in their political sphere. They only care about what corruption can do for them. The story is about hope and resilience and honoring integrity in the face of apathy and corruption. It's about doing what matters in the right way because the ones who our decision will inspire might not yet even be born, but they should have emphatic examples to look to. If everyone stops caring, however, this cannot come to pass. If no one in society cares about the politics that take place, we will forever be at the mercy of those who only care for themselves. In the chaos of the political sphere of most places, the average citizen may find themselves swinging towards not caring about all that is circulating. This lack of care or dismissal of the issues does not stem from callousness, but perhaps selfishness, as in self-preservation. The political world is vicious and exhausting, and oftentimes downright ignorant with its tactics and repetitive at best with its language and propaganda from all sides, trying to seemingly win a never-ending game. People get tired of empty promises. They get tired of doublespeak. They get tired of fear-mongering and the childish and cliquish behavior that even school children are ashamed to watch of the political elites. Most people just want to live quietly. They want to live in peace, not bothered with the mud slinging on the playground. That's where apathy grows from, an immense sense of tiredness, a want for respite in some private corner or personal reality. But apathy does not provide peace. It only prolongs others' pains. Apathy stems from the lack of belief that one can actually do anything, and therefore one becomes self-convinced of not doing anything at all. But here is a thought. What if oppressive systems already understand? What if the real point of warring political parties and chaotic election seasons is to move the masses towards apathy because the effect of emotional appeal is waning in this age of reason? What if politicians love to create chaos not only because they are manipulative, but because it is effective in identifying and separating the zealots who will religiously uphold their ideals for them from the people who will be of no use to them? What if people working as congressmen and mayors and senators are all aware that they'd never persuade the majority, but they can push them into passivity? This may sound familiar if you've read 1984 by George Orwell, where the main character lives and works in a society that is outwardly apathetic about politics because of how dominating the government has become. Big Brother is everywhere, even seeing your thoughts. And so it is best for most to not think about politics or even question what the government is doing at all, if they value their safety. But one thing we never see is how this party rose to create this totalitarian state. One could say it started with people who looked the other way, who thought it would never get that far, who figured certain elections didn't even matter. This is why apathy in politics is a wormhole. It leaves room, one person at a time, for ignorance to take hold and superimposes ideals that are only meant to dominate. Apathy is the anti-crux of democracy, because in a true democracy, the everyday people must be involved. They must be willing to be heard. They must be willing to tell their civil servants what to do and where to do it. In a democracy, citizens have to stand toe-to-toe with government representatives to make them stand 10 toes down in their work spheres. Words play a big role in creating apathy as well. Something as simple as the language shift from calling congressmen and statesmen our leaders instead of our representatives. A statesman's whole job is to be the big wig that will embody the voice of their municipality, their county, their parish, their ward, their state, in the political buildings, in the big arenas. We all cannot go, because we have a city to keep running, jobs to work, schools to attend. So we send our reps. who are supposed to be aware of the majority ideals of where they've come from and meet together for a consensus on a national scale. They are supposed to be held accountable for the promises they made us. They are supposed to be checked when they go rogue. They aren't supposed to lead us in politics. They are supposed to show leadership in aggregating the community's varied and valid opinions and find a suitable fairground that they are sworn in to protect. They are not your leaders. They are your community representatives. So why do you let them represent only themselves and their own interests? After all, they didn't get themselves elected. People who did not succumb to apathy made it happen for them. If you want to read fiction that touches on apathy and politics, try the titles on the screen. Anthills of the Savannah by Chinua Achebe, Blindness by Jose Saramago, Ceremony by Leslie Marmon Silko, Conversation in the Cathedral by Mario Vargas Llosa, Dust by Ivan Adihambo Owuyor, Invisible Man by Ralph Ellison, IQ 84 by Haruki Murakami, So Long a Letter by Mariana Ba, The Beautiful Ones Are Not Yet Born by Ayi Kwe Arma, The Boat by Nam Lee, The Rebel by Hoa Pham, The Street by Ann Petrie, There by Tommy Orange, Waiting for the Wild Beasts to Vote by Amadou Kuruma, 1984 by George Orwell.